evening once again, and welcome to INEC Half Hour right here on W.5 FM and 90.7 FM Oka and Onitsha respectively. And like I told you earlier on, we have in the house the Resident Electoral Commissioner, Dr. Nkwachuku Oji, right here in our studio. Doctor, you're welcome to the program.
We have done all the things that we needed to do as of today. In fact, today we just concluded a meeting of the Interagency Consultative Committee on Security just to tighten our nuts and bolts. The voter register will be published in 8 days' time on the 18th. We are working on that, and we are just cross-checking things and tidying up, crossing our T's and dotting our I's. Other areas of our election operations and planning are on top gear. We have been embarking on verification visits to different local government areas in the state. Yesterday, myself and the National Commissioner supervising the state were in Anambra West local government. So I think that we are fully ready and prepared. It's only just a few days. It's less than 42 days to the election, so we are happy.
Okay, so far, what are the challenges so far?
What will I call challenges? I don't want to call them challenges because challenges are things that you really, obstacles that you have to overcome. But for us, these are like milestones we have to meet. Okay. So I don't really want to call them challenges. There are many milestones on our way to meet. Of course, infrastructure is a major challenge, if you want to call it that. But we have approached it as a milestone. We have been very fortunate that the INEC headquarters in Abuja and the chairman of the commission and the commission in itself have been very gracious in granting all our requests. So we are right now embarking on major infrastructural touch-up in our offices, making sure that all our equipment and facilities are in top shape. This could have been a challenge, but it's a milestone that we have met. The other issue is about getting to inform the people. What we have done is to plead with everybody that can help. Of course, ABS, Oka and Onitsha have been very, very helpful in helping us to reach the public in terms of informing them of what we expect from them, what they need to know about the process, and all of that. So if you put this together, infrastructure on one hand, and then public education on the other hand, these are things that could have been challenged, but we call them milestones because we are working towards meeting them. So, ndị niile anyị debanye afọ ha bido na ọnwa April ruo n'ọnwa July, ihe anyị na-akpọ first quarter of registration. And then ndị niile anyị debanye afọ ha bido na ụbọchị iri nke ọnwa August ruo na ụbọchị iri na ise ọnwa August, that's 10 to 15 August. Ndị a niile bụ ndị anyị tinyegoro afọ ha na register. Tupu anyị mee registration nke ọfụla, register Anambra bụ ihe nọ mmadụ onye nọ na ya bụ ihe dịka 1.9 million. Mana mgbe anyị mechara registration nke ọnwa April ruo July na nke ọnwa August, mmadụ onye nọ na register etinyewago, so number has increased tremendously. So ihe a niile bụ ihe anyị chọrọ iwekọta ọnụ and make sure na ihe anyị nwebe full register dị clean a ga-eji mee election in November.
So can you give us the exact number of registered voters?
We don't have, because we are still crossing our T's and dotting our I's. What we have is provisional figures. We have all this because what we have done, just to make sure that this is full error proof, we have gone back to the old manual register that people signed up when they registered in the registration centers. So we are using that register to randomly cross-check our electronic register and make sure that If there are things we observe, we clean it up so that we'll be ready by 18th of October.
Okay, there is this INEC slogan, no permanent voters card, no voting. So now I know a lot of people registered and they are yet to collect their voter cards. So what do you have to say about that?
They should just quickly dress up, wear their shoes, and run to the nearest INEC local government office if they had registered before the first quarter, before April. But for those that have registered since April, that's those that registered between the period April to July and between the period 10 to 15 August, their voters register will take possession of their voters register maximum in the next 1 week. We'll take possession of it, and once we take possession of their register, we are going to fix a day, 3 days. We are going to fix 3 days within which we will distribute these registers at the ward level, 326 wards in Anambra State. We will open up centers at this ward level and distribute these permanent voters cards. And peradventure, by any reason, you were not able to pick up your PVC during that exercise, you can still come back to us in our offices. We have offices in all the local government areas of Anambra State. You can pick up your permanent voters card from those centers, but you just have to do this a few days before the election, because we are going to put a date after which we will not be able to issue these cards until after the election.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Your name and where you're calling us from, please. Kelechi, from where? Okay. Ganiru.
Sir?
The late arrival of buses and machines. How we go with this common one? Will it be like that? That's my question. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, Kelechi. I think you answer this once first
Okay.
before we pick another call.
Okay, what we have done, we have a process of dealing with those who lost their PVCs, those who their PVCs are defaced, meaning that whatever data that are contained on these PVCs are wiped out. What we have done is to issue forms for them, and I think that's what he's mentioning. He has been issued a form, they fill in the information, and then we do these changes on our database. That has been concluded. Their PVCs will be among the PVCs of those who registered the period between August 10 and 15. So once we begin to issue these new PVCs, these lost PVCs will be part of those that will be issued. So I want to assure the caller that in the next couple of weeks, he should be able to pick up his PVC. And in the interim, we are going to issue them with what we call TVC, temporary voters cards. It's with that TVC that you will be able to collect your PVC. Temporary voters card enable you to collect your permanent voters card. Permanent voters card is what you need to vote with. You cannot vote with temporary voters card because our smart card readers cannot read the information on the temporary voters card.
Okay.
They're relating to the late arrival of materials. Not just material, late arrival of staff and material. What we have done differently this time is to insist that rather than begin our election day operation from the local government areas, we are going to step down. We are going to begin our election day operations at the ward level. At the ward level, we have established what we call RAC centers. We call it Registration Area Camp Settlement Centers. There, we will begin our operation. The essence of this is to take the materials and men closer to the polling units. So I give you an example. You have average of 15 rack centers in a local government on the average. So what it means is that rather than take off from one local government headquarters and begin to go to the various polling units, we are taking off from 15 centers to reduce time and enhance our speed of commencement.
Okay.
Okay. Adimma, onugo ifeju, oga azazegia.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name and where you're calling us from?
I'm not from Guber. We are local government.
From Umbos. Okay, Ngwa. Kedaji join.
I'm not Lagos to take it down to Jamua. So, maybe I want to get over. Where can I do the local government? Mark of the Chaya, or one and the Hansi and Card, my Kappa, and I cannot buy about so good. Up to now, I'm never sure what I can. That's because the house. Put the public voter card is not up to now. But we be a bear bound. Banana, Copia, the FBI in the down to Munava. So I'm not doing one machine down where good. But wherever the Joe can give me, you put the number about number.
Okay. Why I was getting a job here? So I think it's time to answer this one.
Maybe I start from the last one because
yes.
that one is easier.
Yes,
Please, Biko, Jena office INEC na Ihiala local government headquarters. Office INEC ije jụọ ase ha ga-agwa gị ihe ị ga-eme. Ọ bụrụ na ị denyere afọ n'akwụkwọ of your intention to transfer registration from one place to the other, then that will be done. Ọ bụrụ na ha emego the transfer, a ga-echeki na register ndị a transfer go with jekwa with permanent voters card nke iji. Ha ga-enyezi gị a temporary voters card. Mgbe permanent voters card nke ị ga-eji vote na November dị ready, then you go and collect
and
it.
Also, he said that he has gone there with his permanent voter card and they copied
and gave him a form to fill. So that is a process. We have had complaints of Michael Jackson's and Nelson Mandela's in our register. What we have done is to ensure that we have due diligence. I just gave you one of the process. We have been comparing the electronic register we have with the manual register that was, manually written during that registration period. And for now, we have not observed anything striking. It has all been, smooth. So, but we're hoping that these processes do not have all those mistakes we used to have in the past.
Okay. I'm talking about ensuring hitch-free election. What are the guarantees that the card readers on the election day are going to function properly and no malfunctioning?
We take all precautions. We work with equipment.
Okay.
And we work with technology. So one precaution we have taken this time is to make sure that we cross-check all our equipment. So as at now, we have cross-checked all our smart card readers. What do I mean by cross-check? Basically, bring them out. You put your battery in them. You put it on the same way you do to your phone. And you check the functionality. You try it out with an existing card. And if it gives you all positive signals, then you keep it aside. We have done that for all the thousands of smart card readers we are going to use. And we believe that with this, we have sorted out the ones that are not fine. Where we have to make up, we have made up with new numbers of smart card readers. We are believing that we have done due diligence.
Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling us from? Chuka.
I'm calling from
Ufuma, okay.
So that fucking far from the Canada government, that will be just the best job. So my question goes to the getting this bill. What provisions do you have for adequate security, especially in rural areas? Somewhere like robotics, where we used to have They don't normally have an election that area. What efforts have you made to make sure that there is adequate security in rural areas? Urumba, used to be critical. There's no problem in Urumba, not that. But the Obosi, that's the Obosi. What efforts have you made? Provision of adequate security.
Thank you.
I just mentioned that today we had a meeting of the Interagency Consultative Committee on Security. This committee brings together the heads of different security agencies in Anambra State. I've sat together with them. I co-chair that committee with the Commissioner of Police of Anambra State. We have sat together and reviewed the security situation in the state. We have identified the flashpoints. You mentioned the Obosi is a major flashpoint. We have identified the flashpoints and the kind of security challenges that would normally emerge from these areas. Police is assuring us that, and the other security agencies, they are assuring us that all they need to do, they will do. The IG of police has assured that there will be heavy deployment of police, up to the number of about 21,000 policemen, such that each polling unit should be able to get at least 2. Our proposal is for 3 police security agents in each polling unit. And then, of course, we'll have polling security agents that are manning the other areas, including all our collation centers, important points in the state, including those that will be on standby to intervene in case there are people that are ready to make trouble. But in all this, we have continually appealed to the security agencies to approach this election with restraint in such a way that it will not discourage our people. Anambra has particularly had a low voter turnout. We don't want people to be discouraged by heavy presence of security. Okay. So we are applying security on one hand, but we are applying restraint on the other hand to make sure that we balance up things.
Before na-ekwu na ọtụtụ ndị na-asị na ya atụrụ election na-egwu ya dịka onye ọbụla baa n'ụlọ na ọka iwere ọnụ wee gwa ndị be anyị na
what is to say give people assurance that they should come out and vote.
Okay. Ihe m na-ekwu aka m na-ekwusikwa ya ike. Anambra State nwere gọọmenti, Nigeria nwere gọọmenti. Ihe anyị na-ekwu bụ na ndị ọ bụ ọrụ ha ichekwa ọha na eze bụ ndị gọọmenti. Ka anyị hapụrụ gọọmenti ihe gbasara nchekwa ọha na eze. Election, akpọgo na election ga-adị na 18 November. Ka anyị pụta bịa tụọ vootu. Ọ bara uru mmadụ ịgbapụ n'ụlọ maka na ndị ụfọdụ na-ekwu na a ga-atụrịrị vootu. Ndị na-echekwa obodo asịgo na ha nọ on ground ichekwa obodo, ime sure na enwere ndị bịa mejasịa ihe niile anyị na-akwado. So ihe anyị na-akpọ ndị mmadụ bụ ha pụta. Ịtụ vootu bụkwa the only way a ji eme ka inyefe ọchịchị n'aka dị n'usoro udo. It's the only peaceful way of transiting from one government to the other. How do we transit? So we want to encourage all our people. Let's take advantage of this opportunity. Let's come and express our right to choose our government, and then make sure that after this, Anambra will return to the path of democracy.
Through the town union and the villagers, mobilize the answers again and adjust now to election because the voice is in a long way not very strong in the society. Thank you very much.
Commissioner, what do you have to say about the last caller's opinion on the election holding in Anambra come 18th of November?
We stand solidly behind doing this election because if we don't do this election on the scheduled date, it's going to obstruct our election calendar. Because we have not just this election, but we also have 2019 election already, staring at us. So we are insisting that for the peace and smooth running of Anambra State, we have to conduct this election. If there are disagreements, we'll find a way of resolving our disagreements. If there are people that are not happy with the way society runs, we'll find a way of resolving it. We will continue to enlighten our people. He has suggested just what we are about to do. We are about to reach out to community members because we believe that it's important we carry on some face-to-face interaction with the community members. We are going to use the town unions. We are going to use community-based organizations to reach out to people, encourage them to come and vote. We have been reaching out to all the people that are potentially our ad hoc staff, encouraging them that security is guaranteed in Anambra State. And come November 18, 2017, we are going to have this election. It will pass on peacefully. We believe so.
And also the electorate, how are you educating them on the do's and don'ts on the election day?
Voter information is an essential part of our entire voter education program. This program, INEC Half Hour, is a major plank we are standing on to reach out to the people. We are going to even put up more platforms like this. We have major social media platforms in which we used to reach out to people, tell them basic things they need to know about civic in terms of as citizens. We are going to create many more opportunities like that. Most importantly, we want to be able to be reaching people one-on-one. Because if you are speaking from the broadcast media, people don't really see you except if they see you on television. But it's interesting if you meet people on one-on-one basis. So that's, of course, it takes time because you have to run around. You can't meet.
And we don't really have time.
We don't have time. But we are going to explore many of those platforms and channels of reaching the people and informing them what we expect from them, and also to hear what they expect from us. It's interesting, what phone-in programs can do, because we have heard the kind of things that are concerns to citizens, and we just want to continue to reassure them that we are aware of this. We are going to meet their concerns.
Okay, because we no longer have time.
Hey,
okay, let's meet this last caller.
Hello.
Good evening, Commissioner.
Good evening.
Can I find you? Can you see a one? Can you feature any commissioner?
Transfer program. I transferred in 2014 from River State to Anambra State. Then all the while I've been going around to get the permanent voter card. The last one, no, I tell you, I'm out here. I still look at my polling good. Whoever I snap a macro and then incident from to feel. If you share the incident from, we will come in the result of the exercise.
Hello?
That is what I want to do. Yes.
Okay, now go on in a tour of vote. What are permanent voters card again?
I got a permanent voter's card after I transferred.
KB made the transfer.
I'm transferred, then INEC headquarters made.
Okay, now INEC headquarters came and made the transfer.
I think that they are more there. Even when they said that they will my PVC add-on and the acting officer.
Maka okwesịrị ịbụ ama ọbịa ka o kwesịrị ịbụ na local government ebe email the transfer to. Oh, okay. Ọ bụrụ na ị ga-just do nwa obere application and bring it to the office, we can trace it.
Okay.
Biko.
Thank you very much. And finally, Commissioner, your last word to the electorate on this platform concerning the upcoming election.
I want to appeal to our people. Anambra hasn't really had a good record in terms of elections, and it is my aim And the aim of people I'm working with, I have a strong team at INEC this time. We want to turn around this record. We want to make sure that beginning from now, if they reckon places where you've had peaceful election, places where you have credible election, places where you have had efficient administration of election, Anambra should be among the notable. We have started it. Among all the states of Nigeria, Anambra is the one that has recorded almost the highest number of voter registration. That is excellent. So we want this to rub off on every other aspect of the electoral process, such that November 18, 2017 becomes a turning point in the history of elections in Anambra State. And I'm appealing to people to believe us, to trust us, to have confidence in what we are doing. We are assuring them that we are providing level playing ground for all the stakeholders. We are working diligently to ensure that the process is free, fair, transparent, and credible.
Hi, Odimadalu Rinne, Onyisi na INEC n'Awka. Anyị ekene ka ga-etu isi wee bịa wee nọnyere anyị n'oge INEC half hour. A ka na-akpọkwa ma n'oge adịrọzela anyị. Anyị ga-echekwa na ụbọchị ọzọ. Etu mgbe a na ị ga-abịakwa ka ị nọnyere anyị maka na ọ ka mma ịdị na-anụ n'onu onye ọbịa nwee
From the horse's mouth.
ọchịchị. Etu anyị si bụrụ onye isi na INEC n'Awka ebe a, fa na-anụ onu ọ ga-amakarị. Daalụ nne. Aka m onye nke gị Uche Nwosu, mụ na ogbo m
Chidima Oramwa, thank you very much for joining us on today's edition of INEC Half Hour. Let's do it again next week, same time, same station. Bye for now.